Hey guys, how's it going? Big Dope 7 back here with another episode of the Road to the World Series. We got the Cubs and Reds finale today, the third game of this three-game set. And as you can see there, we've taken the first two games of the series largely because of home runs and good pitching. Good pitching has been definitely had been tough for us against the Pirates, but we came roaring back against the Reds and have now beat them two consecutive games and are going forward to sweep today against them. And as we're trying to fight back a little bit, they came in to Chicago a couple series ago and swept us. So we're trying to sweep them now and tie our season series with them 3-3. We got Kyle Hendricks going on the mound today. Had a rough start the last time against the Pirates. A lot of our pitchers didn't do too well against the Pirates, so we're trying to have them have a little bit of a bounce back. He's going up against Anthony Desclafani. Desclafani has been pitching quite well this year, so we're going to hope to kind of knock him around a little bit. We did knock Homer Bailey around last game, and now you can look at the standings here. The Brewers now have won again, kind of really getting on my nerves. They've now won 14 consecutive games and are 15-1 in the division. Not sure who their loss is against in the division. I'm gonna say it's probably the Pirates or the Cardinals, but not 100%. But they have been scoring runs like crazy. They've been pitching well. So we have a series coming up against them in after the next series. But we're gonna try to and hopefully jump the Cardinals here into second place. And the wild card standings, we're sitting two back from the Dodgers, Padres, and Mets. The Mets are in that wild race in the East with the Phillies, trying to keep pace with the Phillies, who have the best record in baseball, I believe. No, the Brewers have the best record in baseball. The Phillies have the second, and the third best record in the National League are the Mets. So they are hot on the Phillies' heels. The rest of that division is struggling, just as the rest of our division is struggling. A lot of division play here in the first month of the season. Although after the halfway through the month of May, they will switch to all out of division play for us. I'm not really sure about everybody else's schedule, but that's what I saw. Yeah, so, and then don't forget, immediately following this game will be the Sunday night baseball game between, let's see if I should put it up here. Between the Mets and the Yankees, we got Bartolo Colon going against Michael Pineda. Again, I'm not going to be the Yankees. I hate the Yankees. But I had to throw the Subway Series in there. Big series between those two, considering I think the Yankees are fighting for the East there. Yeah, they're only a game and a half back of the Blue Jays and Red Sox, who are tied in first. But we're going to go ahead and get this Cubs-Reds game underway, and then immediately following this will be the Yankees and the Mets from, I believe it is, yes, we're going to be playing at Yankee Stadium, another game at Yankee Stadium on Sunday Night Baseball, but just two different, they're playing a different team. We're going to go ahead and jump into our game. We are going to wear the alternate road unis with Kyle Hendricks on the mound. See if we can get him a win. And then everybody here is going to play today. I'm not subbing anybody out. Just Stefani is right here, so it really doesn't matter. Castro's been unstoppable, but he's hitting towards the bottom of the lineup. I am not going to leave Soler down. I like where Soler is hitting. He does come up with some timely hits in that two-hole, so I do want to keep him there. And then today, in this day, it was sunny, not quite as cruddy as the second game of the series. So we're going to go ahead and leave it there, and I'm going to give it over to Matt, Eric, and Steve for the call, and I'll be back after the game. Enjoy, guys.
A high drive left center field, full going back, he's to the track, and he's right to the wall, he's there, he squeezes it, and the A's have won it. 3 consecutive years in the postseason for the Oakland A's.
Shaping up to be a fine afternoon in Cincinnati. The Cubs and Reds are next. From From one of the more hitter-friendly yards in the big leagues, a look at Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. Today, the finale of this three-game weekend series between the Cubs and the Cincinnati Reds. With that, we say hello again, everybody, and welcome to Cubs Baseball. Matt Vasgersian with you, Mike Side. I'm joined by Eric Harris and Steve Lyons. And Eric, let's give the folks at home a look at what's happened in the first two games of the series.
Yeah, you can see there, these home fans haven't had much to get out of their seats about. The guys are in danger of getting swept here at home, so they're going to be hoping for a much better effort here.
We'll hear plenty more from the guys moving forward, but before we do, let's take a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Chicago Cubs, as Joe Maddon will line them up like this. Anthony DeSclafani is on the mound here to face these guys. He's got the usual assortment of pitches, but keep an eye on him in the early going here. If these guys can get to him early, he does have a tendency to start overthrowing. And from there, that's when the problems usually arise. And defensively, you see the Reds line up like this behind him. Dexter Fowler will step to the plate now as we're ready to get this one underway. Underway now in the Sunday finale as the first pitch today is taken for strike one. EK, as we take a look at our home nine as they take the field here this afternoon, they have not been playing all that well, to put it charitably, as they come into this one losers of 7 straight games.
And you know, normally in a case like this, you don't point the fingers in one spot. And this is no exception. It's been a team-wide struggle this last week or so, and they might not be through the worst of it yet.
And the pitch. Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you've got to know your scouting report, because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
Here comes a 1-2. And this is lifted the other way to left center. Bird will wait for this one, and he's got it for the first out. And with the ball game just underway, probably as good a time as any to call up our comparison graphic and see how these two ball clubs match up with one another. Jorge Soler will come forward now, back in the lineup here after getting yesterday afternoon off. First pitch on the way. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one.
One thing to keep an eye on as this game goes along, first pitch strikes. The more this guy can work from ahead, the better off he's going to be.
Here it comes. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. That's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
The pitch. And he looks at a ball, 1-2.
And now, as a hitter, 1-2, you've got to be thinking right center field. They'll take a little swing out and try to drive something the other way.
Here comes the 1-2. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. 2-2 pitch on the way. Fouled straight back. Just underway here in Cincinnati. Ready with another 2-2. A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Waiting next is Anthony Rizzo. Full count pitch on its way. Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. Once again, a 3-2. Swing and a liner. Foul. The next 3-2. And he finally wears him down here as he strikes him out after a 9-pitch at-bat.
Well, nobody in that dugout is going to give him high fives for striking out. But, you know, at least he forced that starter to expend a lot of energy here to get the job done. You know, in the first inning, that won't be lost on his teammates.
Anthony Rizzo will stand in now. He homered in the ballgame yesterday afternoon. Now here's the first pitch. And he goes the other way as this is hit high and deep out to straightaway left. And that ball is gone. Blasted into the bleachers in left. A solo home run here for Anthony Rizzo. And the Cubs are on the board first, 1-0.
You just can't throw that pitch right there. That swing tells a story right there. I mean, he got all of that one. Remember, he homered in yesterday's ball game too, so he's riding a pretty good hot streak these past couple of days.
Stepping in now, Kris Bryant. And oh no. Play that didn't get him where it sounded like it got him. And now, fortunately, they will get an out here. The Cubs get a run courtesy of Anthony Rizzo. On to the bottom of the first, and the Cubs have an early 1-0 lead. Now the starting lineup for Cincinnati in this one. And there you get a look at the starting pitcher whose job it'll be to keep these guys in check. His number is right there on the right side of your screen. And there's a look at the defensive alignment for the Cubs here. Billy Hamilton will step in now to lead things off in the home half of the first. Now a swing, and he pops him up right up the chute. This may be tough behind the plate, and he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number one.
Now that'll be a frustrating at-bat for him. He's got to be thinking he let one get away there because that's a pitch he should have been able to handle.
Joey Votto will stand in, and you see the average there, up over 300 to start the new season. Here's the first offering. Now the second pitch of the inning is sent on the ground out to second. On to first, and Votto's gone for out number two.
Well, how about this to start your afternoon? 2 pitches, 2 outs here in the first. I don't think they're all going to be that easy, but this is definitely a dream start so far.
Todd Frazier will get his first cuts now, and he'll do so with the bases empty and 2 away here in the first. Now here's the first pitch. Too low, 1-0. Eric, you take a look at these guys as they take the field for the bottom of the first here this afternoon. They come in winners of 2 straight and looking to get things turned around in what hasn't been all that amazing a stretch for them.
And that includes winning the first 2 in this series, so they've had it going lately. They'll look to put a capper on the weekend with a sweep here.
1-1.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Ready now on 1-1.
Yeah.
Good riding action to that thing, and it's ball and 2 strikes.
Now you can't look for a specific pitch. You just got to protect the plate.
The right-hander deals on 1-2. Grounded, foul. Now another 1-2. And this is fouled back and out of play. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Here he comes again, 1-2. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but it gets by the glove down the line.
And I think he finally just got to the point on the mound where he said, listen, my arm's had enough of this at-bat. You can just have the base hit. Just quit fouling off all of my pitches.
Brandon Phillips will stand in now as he was reinserted back into the lineup here after taking a needed day off yesterday. First pitch coming. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes.
Now you've got the tying run over at first. 2 away. He's going to be looking to try and find a gap right here and bring that guy all the way around to score.
A runner on first with 2 away. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
This is a guy whose numbers are on the rise, and this is a big reason why. 2 close pitches, 2 good takes, and now he's in a great hitter's count, 2-0.
2-0 on the way. In the air to right center. And Fowler will put this one away to retire the side. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. We'll move to inning number 2 here in Cincinnati. Cubs lead it 1-0. Wellington Castillo will get his first chance at it now. Didn't factor much into the win yesterday as he took an 0 for 4 in the ball game.
All right, Red.
Now here it comes. In there, no balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Down 0-2 after 2 great sliders. He's got his work cut out for him now.
Pitch on the way. And he wastes a fastball high there, 1-2.
Could be that high fastball there was just a setup pitch. Now you've kind of established that high sight level. Could be a good time to break off a nasty curveball.
Now the 1-2. Half swing here, but it won't matter. It's strike 3 called anyway, and that's out number 1.
And here this is one more time on show track. You can see he checked his swing there, and I think he did so in time, but you can clearly see that that pitch is in the strike zone, and I think ultimately that was a called 3rd strike.
Here's Javier Baez. Yes, he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
And that's a good guy to take care of on 1 pitch, especially on a swing like that.
Starlin Castro will stride in now, and as you see there, he sits 9th in the National League in batting at the start of play. First pitch to him. Fastball in there for a called strike.
It's so important with guys like this to get ahead with strike one. Put them behind in the count and on their back foot right away.
And now a pitch on the way. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, he's not really getting on top of that curveball right now, and that's going to get him into trouble if he keeps leaving it up there like that.
The 1-1. Now a check swing here and a little looper. Second inning here as the Cubs lead this one early 1-0. Here's the 1-2. And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning. 2-2. Full count. 3-2.
That's a pitch that you got to stay on top of, or else it'll take off on you just like that one did.
Now the 3-2 pitch. And a breaking ball freezes him. Strike 3 called and the side is retired. Jay Bruce will be the one to lead us off 1-1. And the Reds nothing. And there is Jay Bruce. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest. First pitch coming. And a cut fastball in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Now here's the pitch. Tried to pull that one back, but he couldn't do it, and it's 0-2 now. Now the pitch. Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground towards second. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And now, fortunately, they will get an out here.
Well, in most cases, once he kicks this thing, it's going to be a sure error. But luckily for him, he's got a diesel tanker headed down the first baseline. So he's able to gather this thing up and still get the out at first.
Marlon Byrd will stand in, and he wasn't much of a factor yesterday as he took an 0 for 4 in the loss. First offering on the way. He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. Here comes the 1-0. Now here's a ball hit sharply toward the right side. And this continues right on through him as he couldn't knock it down.
Well, he's been a little slow out of the blocks here to start the season, but that looks a little better there as this is a sharp base hit.
Brian Pena will get his first shot here with the runner at first now and 1 away. Pitch coming. Swing and a shot toward right center. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. Oh, and he misses the stop sign there as he heads for the plate. And the runner will score from first.
I got to tell you, I love the way this guy just lets it rip. Ahead in the count, behind in the count. It really doesn't matter to this guy. He's just going to go up hacking. And he drives in a run right here as he just drills this one for 2 bases.
Zach Cozart will take his first swings here. And as you can see, not a lot going right for him offensively here in this first month of the year. And here's the first pitch. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1. Well, we'll give you a look there at the graphic. It's his 4th double here in this early part of the year. He's set, now the pitch. And that misses 1-1. 1-1 on the way. Now a ball hit high in the air, deep down the line in left, hooking just a little. They took him fast, but it's going to stay fair as it's inside the left field foul pole, a home run. So a 2-run homer down the line in left, and it gives the Reds a 3-1 lead.
This is where these guys can be so dangerous. They've got power all throughout the lineup. When the number 8 hitter's taking you deep, you know there's no easy outs.
In now, Anthony DeSclafani. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. The pitch. That's in there as well. It's a quick 0-2 count.
Yeah, he came with a little bit of a different look that time. This pitch is also in there knee-high, and now they've got him behind in the count, 0-2.
And the pitch. Fouled back. Here's another 0-2. Now a swing and another ball that I believe will find its way into the seats. Still 0-2. The next 0-2. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now. Here's the pitch. Swing, and I believe this one is going to find the seats as well. It does, so quite a battle here as it remains 1-2. And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2. Would you say he's not really finishing his pitches at this point?
That's a good way to put it. It looks like he's aiming a little too much, and that's not working for him.
2-2 pitch pulled on the ground down to third. Throw gets him, 2 down.
The batter, number 6, center fielder, Billy Hamilton.
Billy Hamilton will dig in. He popped out in foul territory his first time. Here's the first pitch to him. And a good spot for that pitch as it's chopped foul. 1 strike offering now to Hamilton. Now a fastball off the plate away. A ball and a strike. Here's the 1-1. Fastball called strike 1-2. Three runs already home here. Pitch on the way. A big uppercut there as he popped this straight up. And Castro will make the catch, and that ends the inning. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. We've played 2. It's now 3-1 Cincinnati. Kyle Hendricks is ready to go here as we begin the third.
Catcher, Kyle Hendricks.
Now the first pitch. Swing and a ball chopped foul down the left side. And now a pitch on the way. In there, and he's in control. 0-2 now.
Straight paint at 94 miles an hour. Not a lot of movement there, but it's right on a dime.
Now the pitch. And this one's hit on the ground, but foul. Another 0-2 coming. Now here's a ball hit hard on the ground to second. And this is past the diving Phillips, a base hit.
And you think you're all set up for an easy out. You've got the pitcher leading off the inning. 2 strikes on him. But the one thing you always have to remember, any guy with a bat in his hands can be dangerous. And sure enough, this is a leadoff single.
Addison Russell will stand in, and you can see that early season average up into the high 300s now. Here's the first offering. Not his best effort that time. It's strike one. Think you'll see another one of those before this at-bat's through?
After that swing, I think you can just about take that to the bank.
He waits. Now the pitch. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. He's ready. Now the pitch. Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
This is just an excellent pitch right here. Location right at the bottom of the strike zone. And if you don't get him to swing through it, hopefully he's going to hit that ball on the ground somewhere, and you'll get ground ball outs. But they'll take that strikeout for out number 1.
Here's Dexter Fowler now, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1.
That was a strike, Lou. Come on.
The next pitch. Here's a changeup that's right there, 1-1. The 1-1. There's a line drive out to left center that'll carry over the head of Cozart. It's short, a base hit.
Now after the big inning your ball club just put together, you can't let them respond with a big inning of their own. But here they are with 2 on now and trying to answer right back.
Jorge Soler will dig in here. Took a called third strike his first time. Now the first pitch. Here's a curveball that runs outside. It's ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. And this is going to dunk in out there, a base hit. And they'll hold that runner at third as everybody moves up a base, and they're loaded with 1 away.
Let's watch this swing in show motion. You're going to see this pitch just tie him up in knots, but somehow he's able to fist it all the way out to right field.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1.
All right, you're down 2 here. You've got the tying runs in scoring position with 1 out. This has to be a productive at-bat. Even if you don't reach base, you've got to get that guy in from third.
Comes set. Now the pitch. Back-to-back fastballs here as he takes control, 0-2.
Wow, you've got the bases loaded and you've gone after 2 straight pitches out of the zone. Should be 2-0 right now.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Oh, this is hit hard towards second. And heads up down there as he just had to cover up as this skips right over his head. 1 run is scored. And the second run will score as that evens things at 3.
Well, this guy's certainly come through in the early stages here. 2 runs come around to score on the play, and he's got all 3 of their RBIs so far.
Chris Bryant will stand in. He grounded out his first time.
Let's go, Cincinnati.
Now here's the first pitch. Now here's a ground ball for Cozart. This could be 2. Phillips for 1. On to Votto, a double play, and that ends the inning. So 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a runner left. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3, and we are all tied at 3 apiece. Joey Votto makes his way to the plate to get us started here in the bottom of inning number 3. Here's the first offering. And he'll miss the target away with the fastball. It's 1-0. Here it comes. Looked like a breaking ball there, but it missed badly. 2-0.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
Now the 2-0 home. And he finds the black here with a curveball. 2-1.
That's a great call there on 2-0. The whole world's thinking fastball, but they drop the hammer on him.
Here it comes, 2-1. And a fastball, but he's losing it a bit here to 3-1 now.
And he's got a little bit of work to do now to avoid that first walk.
Let's go, Red.
Now the 3-1 pitch.
Here we go.
That's in there, and it'll run the count to full, 3-2.
He definitely doesn't want a redo of that second inning, so it'd help him immensely if he could get the leadoff man here.
Here's the full count offering. And good patience exercised as he works out the walk to lead off the home half of the third.
Hey, you know what? That's all right. You gave him a pretty good battle up there, and you never gave in to him. A walk you can work around. A home run, you can't.
Todd Frazier will get his first shot here with the runner on following the leadoff walk. Now here's the first pitch. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
That's not really a bad take that time. You've got a guy out there on the mound that's had his hands full already, so you've got to make him prove that he can find the zone.
From the stretch. Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. He's set, now the pitch. Hits softly to the right side. And they'll get the fielder's choice play at second, but that's all.
That's a very alert play right here behind the plate. Take a look at how quickly he gets out of the crouch and then pounces all over this ball. And now he's thinking second all the way, and he winds up getting that lead runner.
Here's Brandon Phillips. Hammered the other way to deep right field. Leaps, and he makes the catch. He took away a home run. Wow.
Oh, and what a play this is out there in right field. You can see him tracking it all the way. Everything has to be perfect here. You see him get up and then pull it right back into the park. Wow, that is a super play.
Here's Jay Bruce now as he swings and hits a line drive out to left. And a diving effort, but this will just tip off his glove, and that's a base hit. And he is in there.
Check this out on Show Track. It's not a bad first pitch. It's down. It's on the outside part of the plate. Hey, if you can get guys to swing at that, you're going to have a lot of success. It just didn't work out here.
Marlon Byrd standing in. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one.
And that curveball still hasn't shown up yet. It's normally a real good pitch for him, but it hasn't served him well at all so far.
1-0 on the way. Out of play off to the right. It's 1-1. 1-1 pitch on the way. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
And one thing you can't do here, you cannot lose him and load the bases. He's still got a couple pitches to play with, but I'd expect this one to be somewhere in the strike zone.
Oh, this ball's well hit. It's going to split the gapping left center. Around third and being waved on home. And he will score as well as they've broken the tie to come back here and lead it now by 2.
And if he was hoping for a return to form, doesn't look like it's in the cards here. Remember, He gave up 6 runs his last time out, and this is now 5 against him here. So something's just not working for him out there.
Brian Pena will stand in. An RBI double to his credit the first time around. First pitch coming. And here's a fastball called for strike one. Seems like they're showing a lot of faith in this guy, leaving him out there.
And I think you appreciate that as a pitcher, but sometimes when you don't have it, you don't have it. Looks like this is going to be one of those times.
And they go away here. It's a called strike, 0-2.
And this is what he needs out there right now. He has to find some confidence in those secondary pitches, and that's a good change up there.
Comes set. Now the pitch. Now a ball lined back over second. And that's in there. Base hit. And quickly. And that holds the runner at third base.
This has got to be a bit of a concern. I mean, he wasn't too sharp his last time out. He's not fooling anybody right now. Just not pitching at a level he's capable of. That's the bottom line.
Zach Kozar will stand in with 2 on and 2 out here in the third. Now time is called, and this might be to buy a little time for that reliever to get loose. Runners lead from first and third. Here's the pitch. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. You know, you start to worry that maybe this already has the makings of a short outing.
And that's not what that man right there wants to hear. He'd hate to have to make a change this early, but he might have to.
Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball.
And this is a guy that needs to throw that curveball for strikes.
Yeah, when he doesn't have command on it, that's when he has to lean on his fastball. And sometimes that'll get him in trouble.
2-0 count. The pitch. In there. 2-1.
You can bet they'd love to have him get out of this without having to call in that bullpen just yet.
Good eye.
2-1. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
Well, you know, 3 straight hits are bad enough, but now he's making things even worse by falling behind the next guy.
Let's go. One more
Here he
time,
comes,
baby.
3-1. And look out. That's in very tight, and it's ball 4.
Well, at the very least, this is going to allow the pitcher to hit here in this inning now instead of having to lead off the next inning.
Anthony DeSclafani will stand in now with the bases loaded, 2 away, and a chance to really help himself out.
And at the very least, he's got to focus on getting something in play. He can really help himself out with just a simple single here.
Hit something hard right here.
First pitch to him. And this is taken outside for ball 1.
Now here on the mound, you cannot take it easy on the pitcher here with 2 outs. He can still bloop one in there and drive home 2, so you need to be thinking strikeout all the way.
The 1-0. That's inside. 2-0.
You get the sense he's starting to panic a little bit out there. He's not following through on any of his deliveries, and some of his pitches aren't all that close to the strike zone.
Has a look, now the pitch. And the pitch bounces off his glove, and that could be a run. And as it turns out, he won't test it.
Come on, Red.
Got to find it here, the 3-0. And he gets this fastball over, back to 3-1 now.
And even 3-1, I say take another one.
2 out, bases loaded. The 3-1 is on the way. And the good fastball there finds the zone as the count goes full now, 3-2.
Taken again on 3-1. He's trying to get that RBI the easy way, but now they've worked it back to a full count.
Big pitch early, the 3-2. Got him. So the damage winds up not being as bad as it could have been as they'll strand the bases loaded. The side is retired. So they wind up with 2 in the inning, but it could have been a lot worse as they leave the bases loaded. 3 innings complete. The Reds lead it 5-3. Wellington Castillo will stand in now to get us going here in the fourth.
Catcher, number 5, Wellington Castillo.
First pitch on the way. And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1. The 1-0 home. Here's a ball hit pretty well and carrying to deep right. And this is taken in just shy of the warning track for out number 1.
But these are the kind of days where even I want to grab a bat. Everybody in that offense is hitting the ball hard somewhere.
Javier Baez will stand in. He grounded out his first time. First offering on the way. 92 splits the plate, and it's strike 1.
You can tell here, in his mind, he's thinking, quick inning. He's not even trying to set guys up. He's coming right after them.
The pitch. And boy, this at-bat is not starting off well as he's behind 0-2 now. Now here it comes. And a swing and a miss as they caught him reaching that time, and there are 2 away.
You know, it seems like every time we check these out in show motion, it always looks like the bat breaks the plane. Look here, sure enough, I don't think he holds up in time. Looked to me like that was the right call.
Here's Starlin Castro as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. Now the pitch. Bruce will come over for a look, but this will wind up back in the crowd, a foul ball. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors so far for the Cubbies. And the pitch. 0-2 is a fastball that misses inside. 1-2 now.
Well, I think that fastball is just for show there. He's not trying to throw this for a strike.
1-2. And a swing and a miss as all he could do was reach out in vain for that one, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. Still a 2-run deficit. It's 5-3. Billy Hamilton will lead things off here in the home half of the fourth.
Center fielder, Billy Hamilton.
Edwin Jackson is going to come on and make an appearance here, though I suspect even he couldn't have predicted he'd be taking over in just the 4th inning. Billy Hamilton will start things off here for Cincinnati, with Joey Votto to follow next.
Billy Hamilton.
First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. One strike offering now to Hamilton. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Now here's the pitch. Here's a swing and a ground ball, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. The 1-2. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
He will definitely give you something to think about up there. There are no comfortable at-bats against this guy.
Here he comes on 2-2. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Well, that pitch is so low and such an easy take that you basically waste that opportunity you had on 2-2.
3-2, here it is. Now a swing and a bouncing ball toward the hole. And he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
You saw the numbers when he came in a minute ago. He is yet to give up an earned run this year, so you can't ask for a whole lot more than that from one of the keys to your bullpen.
So the bases are empty with one man gone. And standing in is the on-base machine, first baseman Joey Votto. First pitch coming. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike one. Bases are empty, one man out. Now the pitch. And Votto's able to lay off that one as the count turns even to 1-1. Pitch on the way. And here's a fastball, not close as he runs it to 2-1 now. And now a pitch on the way. Swing and he pops him up over toward foul territory. There to take it is Rizzo, and there are two away now.
Sometimes when you're throwing 95 miles an hour, you can make a mistake and get away with it. Here, he just can't get on top of this one and winds up popping it up.
Todd Frazier will dig in now. 1 for 2 to this point. And here's the first pitch. There's a strike at the knees, 0-1. 2 out, nobody on. Now here it comes. That's on the ground to short. This should end the inning. And indeed it will. He throws him out at first, and the side is retired. Reds are down and ordered, and it remains 5-3. Edwin Jackson will stand in now, a late entrant to the ball game, as he'll be making his first plate appearance here in inning number 5. Here's the first pitch to him. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Surprised that there's no pinch hitter here?
Shocked is more the word for me. You're losing, but you're letting a reliever hit? I just don't get it.
Now the pitch. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but this will get foul for strike 2. Here's the pitch. Hit hard to short. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
The batter, number 4, shortstop, Addison Russell.
Addison Russell will try it again. Set down on strikes his first time. First pitch coming. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. 3 runs, 5 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Swing and a grounder fouled, and that almost took the first base coach along with it. Now here's the pitch. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Not only has he rung up a lot of strikeouts, but he still hasn't walked a batter to this point, so his control has been really, really spot on so far.
Here's Dexter Fowler now. He pulls this one high and deep to right center field. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Cubs are down in order. They're still down 5-3. Back alongside Eric Harris and Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, as internet sensation Dat Dude Brandon Phillips gets set to lead off the Cincinnati half of the inning. Now here's the pitch. And this is on the outside corner for strike one. Pitch on the way. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now. 0-2. Half swing here, but it won't matter. It's strike three called anyway, and that's out number one. Jay Bruce will dig in. 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. Here's the first offering. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Ready with the 1-0 now to Bruce. Looked like he went around that time. They'll appeal down to third, and yes, sir, it's strike one. Here's the 1-1. Saw his eyes light up that time, but he swung at a bad one there. Really a good job so far by this guy out of the bullpen.
Yeah, he's come in and really put his stamp on this game. He's thrown a lot of strikes. That's what you want.
Oh, and you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2.
Well, this is a stroll he's taken 5 times in this series now. That slow walk back to the dugout after getting punched out. After a while, these things, they start to wear on you. Got to try to keep the mindset that every at-bat's a new opportunity, but most of the time, that's easier said than done.
Marlon Byrd standing in as he'll get caught chasing a strike one.
Real good lateral movement on that two-seam fastball. That pitch is money for him when it's moving like that. So just keep on throwing it.
And now a pitch on the way. And this is yanked hard down the left field line. And that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. Heading for second is Byrd. The relay, and he is safe at second base as he legs out a double.
Well, I think this was a little bit of a gamble from my perspective. I had a feeling that he'd take a big turn around first and then hold on, but he was having none of that. He's smelling 2 all the way, and he's going to make it there with a hustle double.
Brian Pena will get an opportunity here in a run-scoring spot now following the 2-out double. Now the first pitch. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball one. Well, you see there on the graphic, it's his 4th double here in this early part of the year. 1-0. That's wide. 2-0.
Yeah, he's got an open base here. Looks like he's going to use it.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Now the 2-0. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
Yeah, it looked like he was well on his way to a quick inning, but now a hit and a 3-0 count have turned the tables on that idea.
3-0 is on the way. That one's in there. 3-1.
But this is the thing that's so impressive about this guy. He'll show you that good breaking ball, but then he'll run that fastball up the ladder at 92, 93.
3-1 on the way. And that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with 2 out.
And when he's missing, he's not missing by much. That one might have been just a hair low, but as a hitter on 3-1, you have the luxury of making a pitcher bring something up.
Zach Cozart. See what he can do here with 2 on and 2 out here in inning number 5. He's set. Now the pitch. Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground to short. On to first, and the Reds rally comes up short here as that ends the inning. Reds strand a couple as they hang on to their 5-3 lead. Jorge Soler We'll get things started here in the top of inning number 6. And now our right-handers begun to loosen up in the Cincinnati bullpen. Now here's the first pitch. And this will be fouled away. Now the pitch. And a good job to lay off the fastball there close, but it's 1-1. The 1-1 home. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Gone! A clutch home run as they narrow the gap here in the late innings. So it's a solo shot to dead center as they pull within 1 here. It's now a 5-4 game.
And sometimes as a pitcher out there, you have to challenge guys up in the strike zone. The only thing is, it just can't be out over the middle of the plate. Here he got the fastball up all right, but he didn't get it in. So he extends his arms out there and he hits this ball a long, long way.
Anthony Rizzo will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ballgame. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on. And the pitch. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1.
And these guys already have 1 home run here in the inning, and now you get to the real power guys here. So you need to be careful.
Now the 1-0. Swing, hard hit ball to second, and that's going to be a base hit for Rizzo.
Yeah, he hit a good pitch there. This thing's toward the outside part of the plate, but he stays with it all the way. Uses the big part of the field and gets himself a base hit.
Here comes Brian Price now out of the Reds dugout on his way to the mound. And we're going to have a pitching change, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll depart with the lead and a chance to be the winner, but he is responsible for the tying run at first. J.J. Hoover will get the assignment on the mound here as he'll enter with the runner at first and nobody out. Chris Bryant will stand in for the 3rd time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
Now the first pitch. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. From the belt, the pitch. Now here's a ground ball for Cozart. This could be 2. Phillips for 1. On to first, so he comes right out of the bullpen and gets the double.
They get the good matchup, and he comes in and delivers a double play ball to take away some of the pressure.
Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo. As he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. There to play it is Phillips. Throw on to Votto will take care of him at first, and the side is retired. Cubbies draw a bit closer on the strength of this solo home run. Bottom of the 6th is straight ahead. It's the Reds 5 and the Cubs 4. And it looks like we're going to have a move for a pinch hitter, as it's the left-handed hitting Skip Schumacher that starts to loosen up in the on-deck circle.
Your attention, please. Now
So with a
pitching for the
smile,
Chicago
they'll
Cubs,
turn it over to a left-hander here, and it's Phil Cope that gets the call.
Leading up for the Reds.
Called strike to the 35-year-old veteran. 0-1.
Yeah, nice to get that call right out of the bullpen.
Here's the pitch. Ran one in there as this is hit on the ground towards second. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
Well, that's just good pitching right there. Really ties him up with that fastball in on the hands. And he hits just a simple ground ball there for the easy out.
Billy Hamilton will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far. Here's the first offering. Swinging a liner back through the box. And into center field as he's aboard with a one-out single.
And today's players talk about barreling up the baseball, and you cannot barrel it up a whole lot better than that. If you're pitching right there, that's a chuck and duck ball. You better get out of the way.
In is Joey Votto now, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
And you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
He's ready. Now the pitch. Ball one. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does two things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal it all.
Here's the 1-1 now to Votto. Hit the target, but this is low. 2-1. A 2-1 offering. Swing and a hard hit ball to second. There's one. The relay on to first. The double play, and the side is retired. Boy, oh boy. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. On to the back third here this afternoon, and we've got it for you on the show. Back here at Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. Reds leading this one as we start the 7th, and before we commence, let's take a look at the game summary to this point.
Your attention, please.
And we'll have a pitching change here as Kevin Gregg takes over on the mound. Javier Baez will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips. Looks like the Reds are going to have some stirring in the bullpen as the lefties begun to heat up down there. At third, here's Frazier. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Third baseman number 13, Starlin Castro.
Starlin Castro will stand in. 0 for 2 thus far. Now here's the first pitch. Swing and a liner toward right center, and that'll split the gap as it should be extra bases. The relay throw, and now they've got a man out there with nowhere to go. And he'll scramble back to the bag and be there safely.
Now batting, the pitcher, Phil Coe.
Tommy La Stella will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 11, Tommy La Stella.
And Greg will get ahead with the fastball for strike one. For Castro, the double was his third of the season here in this first month. And now the Reds are going to get the bullpen moving here, and it's a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. He's ready now. The pitch. And this is swung on and bounced to Phillips at second base. In time to first, and there are two away.
Well, at the very least, he does move that runner up to third base. But with two away now, I don't think that's exactly what he was hoping to accomplish. I think he wanted to drive him in.
Addison Russell will step in now in a real pressure spot as he's got the possible tying run 90 feet away at third. First pitch coming. And not the greatest of starts to the at-bat as he reaches for one out of the zone for strike one. You have to figure that sinker is going to be an important pitch for him here this afternoon.
No question about it. Obviously, it's his ground ball pitch, so if you're a hitter, you're going to need to make him bring that pitch up.
Swinging a high chopper. And a bit of a high throw that time, but not much problem over there at first as that will end the inning. Cubs strand one. Still down a run. It's 5-4. Neil Ramirez will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home seventh.
Neil Ramirez.
Todd Frazier will lead things off here for the Reds. He'll be followed by Brandon Phillips and Jay Bruce. Fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0. The pitch. And he watches a called strike as this one bears in on him. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul. Here comes a 1-2. Now a swing and a hard hit ball to short. And the throw to first is in time. One gone.
The second baseman, number 4,
Brandon Phillips will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far. Now here's a slow grounder to the left side. On to first, and there were two down.
And I just think this is one of those swings where you just get committed a little bit too early. By the time he realized this thing was going to break out of the strike zone, it was just a little too late to hold back.
Jay Bruce will get another crack. 1 for 3 thus far. First pitch on the way. And he'll try and crowd him there with a fastball to start the at-bat. It's 1-0.
Oof. I'll tell you, you do not want to buzz this guy's tower.
The 1-0. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
Right back inside with a fastball. This time, he got the call.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up ball 2.
He just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now the 2-1 pitch. Tries to go the other way as this is in the air to left field. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Dexter Fowler will be the one to lead it off when we come back. It's the Reds 5 and the Cubs 4.
Your attention, please.
New pitcher on his way out to the mound. It's the left-hander Sean Marshall who gets the call. And there is Dexter Fowler. He'll have a new pitcher waiting for him as we begin their half of the 8th. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Swing and a ball hit high, but not very far out toward right center. Bruce is there to put it away, and they couldn't ask for more than a 1-pitch out to begin the 8th. A look at our line score right there tells the story as the Reds lead this one here in the 8th in front of their home crowd here at Great American Ballpark. Jorge Soler will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here, a solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ballgame to this point. First offering on the way. And a feeble swing that time. It's 0-1.
Yeah, he really pulled off of that one, and that's not the kind of swing we're accustomed to seeing from a guy like him.
Especially starting off an at-bat.
1 out, nobody on. Here it comes. Oh, and he breaks out the hook here. Good for strike 2. Do you even bother with anything else here?
No, I sure wouldn't. As a hitter, you're thinking, look for fastball, adjust for an off-speed pitch. And so far in this at-bat, he hasn't made any adjustments.
Now here's the pitch. Ran it in on him as this is bounced toward short. On to first, and a good stretch over there is going to get him by a step for the second out. And it doesn't look like the manager fully agrees with that out call at first. It appears he may opt to challenge it and have the play reviewed.
Yeah, he wasn't so sure that was the right call, and looking at it again right here, I don't know if wait to see what the guys in the dugout say after reviewing this play a couple of times, probably.
And that's a thumbs up from the bench, so they will challenge the call on the field. So the umpires on replay duty in Manhattan will now review the play from all available angles in order to make the final decision.
The Cubs have decided to challenge.
So here's one last look at the replay. There has to be indisputable evidence in order to rule the runner safe. And boy, I tell you what, I just don't see it here. I'd be pretty surprised that this challenge works out for him in this case.
And the review process appears to be coming to an end, so here comes the decision. And he is indeed out at first as originally called. So they lose the challenge and the ability to use any further challenges for the rest of the game. Anthony Rizzo stands in now. Now a swing and a high fly ball, and this one has some carry on it to deep right field. And he'll pull this one down a step or two in front of the warning track, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. And the deficit holds at 5-4. Marlon Byrd will try and keep it going. 3 for 3 thus far. First pitch coming. This ball's hit in the air down the right side and out of play. 0-1. Pitch on the way. And he misses with it. 1-1. They'll ride the hot hand on the mound as this man will stay out there after the 1-2-3 inning last time around.
And the more important set of numbers is that he got that 1-2-3 against the guys hitting in the middle of the lineup, 3, 4, and 5. So now as a reward, he'll get to match up with the bottom portion of the lineup here.
Here comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out.
Yeah, in the 8th inning of a one-run game, it's always important to get that first out. Put that offense on their back heels.
Ryan Pena will stand in. Base on balls his last time. And here's the first pitch. And this ball's going to find the seats down the left field line. Foul, strike one. Now here's the pitch. Oh, he shoots this one on into center field for a base hit.
As a hitting coach, that's what you want your hitters to do. Hit the ball right back up the middle. You get into bad habits when you try to pull everything, but here, just stays right on it and picks up a solid one-out single.
Zach Cozart will stand in. He's 1 for 2 so far. Here's the first pitch to him. Grounded, foul. Runner at first here, 1 man out. From the belt, kicks and deals. Swing and a ball pulled foul into the lower level and left. He waits, now the pitch. Got him. Fooled on the pitch as he swings at it in the dirt for strike 3. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch.
Well, that's just your classic 0-2 changeup right there. What he's trying to do there is to get that hitter's aggressiveness to work against him. And he just goes fishing in the dirt for a bad pitch and an easy punch-out.
Brennan Bosch is going to grab a bat now, as that's going to put an end to Sean Marshall's time on the mound. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball, but a foul ball here, 0-1. Comes set, now the pitch. And he swings and pops it foul behind the plate. From the stretch. Lifted down the line in right and back out of play. Count holds it 0-2. The 0-2 once more. Low and away with that one. It's 1-2.
And that's his strikeout pitch right there. You know, you'll see a lot of guys swing right over the top of that one. That's a great job there just to hold off.
He's set. Now the pitch. So 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
The 2-2. And this ball is also hit foul and heading for the seats, so we'll have to do it again. Still 2-2. Here's the 2-2 offering. And he comes back with a fastball. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. 1 left for Cincinnati. They hold on to a 5-4 lead.
Your attention, please.
So with the same situation on tap, they'll hand the ball over to a formidable force indeed. The very hard-throwing left-hander Aroldis Chapman. Chris Bryant will stand in now, hoping to get on track, as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far. A couple of lefties start to get loose now in the bullpen. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1.
And this is a guy who will not get cheated up there, and he almost came out of his shoes on that one.
Now here it comes. Here's a splitter that's taken for a ball, 1-1. Now the 1-1. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. Here's the lefty's offering on 1-2. This ball will be chopped foul. Here's another 1-2. Now another pitch is hit foul and headed for the seats, so the count will stay put at 1-2. He'll try again, 1-2. And he takes strike 3 cold on the fastball, 1 gone.
Well, this is what you want out of your closer. Comes in firing darts, and it's a very quick out, number 1.
Wellington Castillo will step in, a ground out victim as last time. First pitch coming. Ball hit high down the left field line. It's strike 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And now a pitch on the way. Now Chapman's pitch is hit on the ground to Frazier at third. Throw on to first gets him, and that means the Cubs are down to their final out now. Javier Baez will stride in, grounded out his last time through. First pitch to him. He's a bit out in front here as he hammers that pitch to deep left field, but it'll wind up a foul ball, a souvenir. The pitch. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. The 0-2 on his way from Chapman. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Oh, that's just flat out nasty. Chapman's got to be the guy you least want to see out there in the 9th inning. He gets the final 3 outs here, and he picks up a save.
Ball game all throughout. Winds up a slim 1-run victory in the end as we get you one final look at our line score. And guys, the Reds' offensive attack this afternoon was led by this man, Marlon Byrd. Don't put that card in your bicycle spokes. He's our top player of the game.
And I think, all things considered, this was really a team victory. But out of everybody, I agree, he made the biggest impact out there.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Harrow, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Reds win this one 5-4. So long from Cincy.
The final line score.
Big lead again for Peralta. Holiday a safe lead at second.
All right, guys. Well, yeah, that game did not go as we had planned. Definitely didn't plan on Hendricks only going 3 innings in that and giving up 5 runs, but I mean, you know, I ended up taking 2 of 3 from the Reds. Like I keep saying, my biggest problem is this right here. We got to find a way to win during the week. Got to. I mean, you can't lose all week and then only win 2 games on the weekends. I mean, if you're winning 2 out of every 6-7 games, you're not doing too well. I can definitely tell you that. But tomorrow we're going to have Leicester going on the mound, so maybe we can get a win. We've won I think we've won almost every time Leicester's been out there. He is again facing Brandon Compton, so hopefully this time he can play. We can actually win. I was unfortunate the last time that we were not able to take that 2-1 game there. Leicester pitched almost the whole game and pitched fantastic. We weren't able to get it. They were able to walk off in the 9th, and there we go. That was that's where it ends up there. But and then we have Arrieta going in the second game, and then Jason Hamill going in the third one. So hopefully we can at least take 2 or 3 here as we go back home finally after this 7-game road trip to Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. But definitely not the road trip we had envisioned there, as we went 5-2 or 2-5. Not very good, and we're still not over 500 and still sitting quite a ways out in the division because Milwaukee continues to win, as I showed before the game. But thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to check out immediately following this, probably about 10-15 minutes out, Sunday Night Baseball, the final game of this Sunday, April 26th. It will be the Yankees and the Mets from Yankee Stadium. Bartolo Colon versus Michael Pineda. And hopefully it's a good game. I know Sunday the 12th, which was the Yankees-Red Sox, was a very good game. It ended up going 11, and the Red Sox ended up pulling it out in the end. But hopefully it's a good game there. And then also don't forget about the Tuesday Showdown. That'll be coming up tomorrow. That will be the Mets and the Marlins. On that one, I can't remember what the pitching matchup was like in that one, but a very good Mets team will be facing off against a subpar Marlins team who will actually lose Jared Saltatamacchia, one of their best hitters thus far this season, on the 27th. He was released on the 27th and designated for assignment, I believe, on the 20th. No, he was designated for assignment and released on the 27th. And then was put on paternity leave actually on the 24th. Kind of a rotten thing to do. Oh, congratulations, you just had a child. You're fired. But yeah, so be sure to check that out on tomorrow. And yeah, we're almost actually caught up. You know, and I'm proud of King Rouse and I. We worked hard to try and catch up after a unfortunate circumstances with our online franchise, but like I said, thanks for watching, guys, and you guys have a good night and keep it real.